You won't believe what's going on behind the scenes of Hollywood's so-called perfect celebrities. The drama has been bubbling under the surface for years, but now, the truth is finally coming out. Today, we're exposing the dark side of Blake Lively and why so many in Hollywood are finally fed up. Buckle up.
It was hard not to love the movie because you guys are so beautiful to watch that I was just like,
well, hello.
Because the secrets we're about to reveal will have you questioning everything you thought you knew about her. It all started back in 2010 when Blake Lively was soaring to the top of Hollywood's elite list. On paper, it looked like everything was going smoothly for Blake, a string of box office hits, a picture-perfect relationship, and an image that was nothing short of flawless. But, as we know in Hollywood, things are rarely as perfect as they seem. Behind the smiles, the public image was already beginning to crack. When Blake was cast in The Town, things started to get complicated. The real drama kicked off when Blake starred alongside Ben Affleck, and the chemistry between them was undeniable. The tabloids were quick to pick up on what looked like an affair waiting to happen, and whispers behind the scenes grew louder by the day. But that was just the beginning. What came next would only make things worse. By the time 2010 rolled around, the rumors surrounding Blake were impossible to ignore. What started as whispers soon turned into full-blown accusations. Those closest to her began spilling secrets. Blake was allegedly spotted at a hotel with Ben Affleck, and the two were seen getting a little too cozy for comfort. The media, always ready to jump on a juicy story, quickly blew it up, with headlines calling Blake a home wrecker and painting a picture of betrayal. But what really caught everyone's attention wasn't just the rumors, but the blatant signs of tension. Blake's co-stars began noticing something off as well. During interviews for The Town, insiders claimed that there was palpable tension between Blake and Jennifer Garner. The flirtations between Blake and Ben were becoming more and more obvious, and fans were starting to take notice. And just when it seemed like it couldn't get worse, the next bombshell dropped. As the scandal deepened, the fallout was swift and brutal. Hollywood's golden couple Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner suddenly found themselves at the center of an intense media firestorm. The accusations seemed to have cracked their previously perfect facade wide open. In interviews, Jennifer tried to play it cool, but sources close to the couple said that tensions were boiling behind closed doors. The public humiliation was just the tip of the iceberg. While the public lashed out at Blake, people close to her started distancing themselves. Longtime friends and colleagues were suddenly nowhere to be found, and what had once been a dream career began to unravel. As the pressure mounted, Jennifer and Ben's marriage seemed to hang by a thread. Just months later, they made the difficult decision to part ways. And that's when things took a darker turn, with Blake's past actions revealing an ugly truth. The scandal didn't end with the breakup. In fact, it only got messier. New revelations emerged about Blake's behavior on set, and they were nothing short of shocking. According to insiders, Blake was notorious for creating drama behind the scenes of her films. On one particularly notorious project, crew members revealed that Blake would throw tantrums over minor details, and would even halt production if she felt her character wasn't being portrayed in the perfect light. Co-stars even went as far as to say that working with Blake was a nightmare, and many wondered why the producers kept casting her in major roles. Even more troubling was the behavior off-set. Insiders revealed that Blake had used her connections to manipulate situations to her advantage, often throwing others under the bus to stay on top. What was even more surprising was the fact that Blake managed to keep a smile on her face through it all. She was still Hollywood's sweetheart, charming audiences, making headlines with charity work and glamorous appearances, but behind closed doors, the real story was much darker. As Blake's career continued to rise, her public image remained that of the perfect, wholesome star everyone loved. But those who worked with her knew better. The contrast between Blake's charming public persona and her difficult, often manipulative behavior behind the scenes was staggering. Despite being caught up in multiple scandals, Blake managed to maintain her reputation as America's sweetheart. Fans were quick to forgive her, and Hollywood seemed content to overlook the growing pile of allegations. But behind the scenes, the resentment was building. The question everyone was asking was, how did Blake keep getting away with it? It wasn't just the tabloids feeding this image of perfection, it was the carefully crafted PR machine that allowed her to hide the truth from the public for so long. But as more people spoke out, the cracks in the carefully constructed illusion started to widen. The question everyone was asking, how long could Blake keep the mask on? Now, years after the initial scandal broke, the consequences are still being felt. Blake's career, once at its peak, is now facing serious challenges. While she still manages to land major roles, the opportunities aren't coming as easily as they once did. Fans and industry insiders alike have begun to see through the facade. The damage done to Blake's reputation is irreversible, and even those closest to her are no longer willing to tolerate the toxic behavior. Even more concerning is the toll it's taken on Blake's personal life. Relationships that once seemed solid have crumbled, and public interactions with old friends have become awkward and distant. The fallout from her actions is still very much in play, and there's a growing sense that Blake might never fully recover from the damage she's caused. So, what's next for Blake? Can she ever redeem herself? Or is her career truly over? With so many people in Hollywood coming forward with their stories and Blake's past behavior coming to light, it's hard to see a clear path to redemption. Blake has tried to maintain her public image, but the cracks are showing, and more people are starting to speak out. The real question now is whether Blake will ever acknowledge her actions or continue to play the victim in this entire saga. Given her history, it seems unlikely. What do you think? Is Blake really as innocent as she claims, or has she been hiding her true nature this entire time? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to subscribe for more Hollywood tea. The drama is far from over, and we'll be here with all the latest updates. For years, Blake Lively has been one of Hollywood's most beloved stars. Known for her roles in Gossip Girl, The Shallows, and more, she has played the part of the perfect, all-American girl next door. But behind the glamour, her image as the sweet, wholesome actress is starting to crack, and the truth about her behavior in Hollywood is coming to light. It all started in 2010 when Blake was cast in The Town, alongside Ben Affleck. On screen, she portrayed a love interest, but what happened off-screen would stir up a storm. The media immediately picked up on the sizzling chemistry between Blake and Ben, and rumors began to swirl about an affair. At the time, Ben was married to Jennifer Garner, and the idea of Blake coming between them became a juicy headline. Blake's flirtations with Ben Affleck on the promotional tour didn't help matters. Sources close to Jennifer Garner claimed that she was suspicious from the start. Ben was 38, and Blake was just 23 to 15 years younger. The make-out scenes between them in The Town seemed particularly intimate, and the real-life chemistry between them was undeniable. But what made things worse was that at the same time, Blake was also reportedly going through a breakup with her longtime boyfriend, Penn Badgley. It was a recipe for disaster, and before long, the cracks in Ben and Jennifer's marriage began to show. The rumors of an affair were further fueled when, in 2014, Jennifer allegedly forbade Ben from taking a role in a movie with Ryan Reynolds because of Blake. It wasn't just about the role, it was about protecting her family. Jennifer didn't want to interact with Blake, who she had come to see as a threat. The damage was already done, though. The trust between Ben and Jennifer was shattered, and their marriage eventually ended in 2018. However, Blake's involvement in relationship drama wasn't limited to just Ben Affleck. She also found herself at the center of a love triangle with Ryan Reynolds and Scarlett Johansson. In 2010, while filming Green Lantern, rumors began to circulate that Blake and Ryan had become more than just co-stars. Their off-screen chemistry was undeniable, and insiders revealed that the two were getting cozy behind closed doors. Just a month after the film's premiere, Ryan and Scarlett announced their divorce. It seemed as if Blake had a knack for swooping in on other people's relationships. Despite this, her public persona remained untarnished until now. In addition to the drama surrounding her romantic relationships, Blake's reputation behind the scenes of her films began to take a hit. Co-stars from Gossip Girl to A Simple Favor started to speak out about Blake's difficult behavior on set. Many claimed that she was hard to work with and would often hold up production over petty grievances, such as her appearance in a scene. Even her former Gossip Girl co-star, Penn Badgley, threw shade at Blake in interviews, openly expressing how uncomfortable their relationship had been off-screen. Similarly, Leighton Meester, who played Blair Waldorf on Gossip Girl, was reportedly not close with Blake at all. Sources claim the two merely tolerated each other, with Leighton focusing on her acting while Blake used the show as a launchpad for her fashion career. But perhaps the most surprising moment in Blake's descent from Hollywood's Golden Girl came when she mocked Kate Middleton during a vulnerable moment. In 2017, Kate was embroiled in a photo editing scandal when an image of her family was altered. Blake saw it as the perfect opportunity to promote her own brand of sparkling water, Betty Buzz, by posting a highly edited photo of herself, poking fun at Kate's situation. The timing couldn't have been worse, and it left a sour taste in many people's mouths. Blake's behavior didn't end there. From feuding with co-stars to alienating everyone around her, the pattern of difficult and manipulative behavior became impossible to ignore. Even Leo DiCaprio, one of Hollywood's most eligible bachelors, couldn't handle Blake's overbearing nature. Their brief relationship in 2011 fizzled out quickly, with insiders saying Blake was too intense for Leo's laid-back lifestyle. She reportedly bombarded him with strange, childish gifts, including pictures of Barbie dolls, which made him retreat into his familiar circle of models. Now, with the ongoing legal battle with Justin Baldoni over It Ends With Us, it seems like Blake's past is catching up with her. For years, she managed to maintain a carefully constructed public image, but cracks are beginning to show. More people are starting to speak out about her manipulative behavior and the way she used her charm and connections to get ahead, often at the expense of others. As Hollywood scandals go, this one is shaping up to be a slow burner. Blake's reputation is hanging by a thread, and with so many people coming forward with similar stories of her questionable actions, it's hard to see how she can recover from this. While Jennifer Garner has successfully moved on with her own life and career, Blake's public image may never be the same. The question now is whether Blake will ever own up to her past actions or continue to play the victim.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more awesome content.